the Obama administration is asking, according to the New York Times reporting it today, social network sites, Blackberries, and other outlets that are connected or to the internet or wireless for an easier way to tap them. Okay? So they're saying, hey, sometimes you scramble the messages so well that the government can't snoop in on it, right? So Skype or Facebook or your BlackBerry, can you unscramble them for us, the United States government, because we'd like to be able to tap those phones, tap those BlackBerries, tap the Skypes, okay? Because we got people communicating in a way that we cannot track there and we can't have it. The government needs to be everywhere. Now, the thing is, to understand, that actually, there's a degree of sense there, okay? Because sometimes the government does need to follow. It might be a murder case, it might be a terrorism case, it might be a rape case, it might be anything, right? And the evidence is in those things. Now, if you get a court order, like we've done for centuries here, and then you go and the government investigates a crime based on reasonable suspicion, right, probable cause, etc., then okay, that's the way the system's supposed to work, and I don't actually have that much of a problem with it, even if it means going into Skypes and BlackBerries and Facebook, etc., right? But the problem is, as we've seen over the last 10 years, that's not how it works. They abuse the system. The minute they can spy on something, they don't bother to get a court order, they just spy on it, right? Now, we're assured by the FBI lawyer Valerie Caproni said, we're talking about lawfully authorized intercepts here. I remember somebody else saying something about that, about how when you get a wiretap, what was it, Dave? Let me see it.
Now, by the way, anytime you hear the United States government talking about wiretap, a wiretap requires a court order. Nothing has changed, by the way. When we're talking about chasing down terrorists, we're talking about getting a court order before we do so.
Except that they didn't. They didn't get any court orders. And then they came out later when the New York Times broke that story and said, yeah, take this. Here's my court order for you. Here's my court order for you, right? Bush said, oh, yeah, everything changed. He just came out and said, oh, no. And he knew it at the time. They were doing the warrantless wiretapping when Bush made that comment, right? And that's proven in the record. So then he came out and said, yeah. Fourth Amendment, what name so? We got rid of that. We don't need any court orders for wiretaps. And that is what Obama, by the way, continues to do to this day. He does the same exact thing Bush does. And now he's saying, no, don't worry, trust us. Let's look into your Skypes and let's look into your internet. Let's check whatever sites you're going to. Let's check your emails, whatever else we need to snoop in on. But don't worry, we'll probably get a court order even though we don't have to because we just shredded the Fourth Amendment. And Obama agrees with Bush. But don't worry. I think I have a friend who has a message on that.
Hell no!
Okay, can you play with my Facebook or with my BlackBerry or my iPhone?
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them. Cannot coach with them. Can't do it.
Can't do it.